Olympic weightlifting athlete C.J. Cummings snatched 341 pounds. C.J. Cummings then clean and jerked 414 pounds. What is the total amount of weight that C.J. Cummings lifted? Alright, so the first step in this word problem is to line up the numbers and make sure the larger number is on top. So 414 is the larger number, so we're going to type that in. We do not know if we're adding or subtracting yet, but we know we are doing something with these two numbers. We know that we're doing something with the numbers 341 and 414. The reason I say make sure the larger number's on top is just in case we have to subtract. We might have to subtract. So step number 2 is to determine the operation, determine if we need to add or subtract. So we got to look for what the problem is asking us to do, and we got to look at the key vocabulary words here. So the question is, what is the total amount of weight that C.J. Cummings lifted? Now, whenever they're asking for a total, or whenever the problem is asking us to find a total, how much we have altogether, what is the total amount of something, whenever it's asking us to combine two different numbers and find the total, that we are working with addition. Addition is where we find the total, and subtraction is where we would subtract one number from the other. So this is an addition problem right here. So the final step is to regroup if needed, and then solve. So then add the numbers up. So looking at the ones place, we have 4 plus 1. So we do not need to regroup there. Remember, we regroup when the sum in either the ones, tens, or hundreds place is 10 or more. So in the ones place, 4 plus 1. We don't need to regroup there. 1 plus 4. Again, we're not going to need to regroup there. 4 plus 3, yeah, we're not going to need to regroup for this problem. So we can just add the numbers here. So in the ones place now, 4 plus 1 equals 5. 1 plus 4, again, equals 5. And 4 plus 3 equals 7. And our answer is 755. C.J. Cummings lifted a total of 755 pounds. Mr. Camilleri snatched 178 pounds. Mr. Camilleri then clean and jerked 220 pounds. What is the total amount of weight that Mr. Camilleri lifted? Okay, so step 1 is to line up the numbers with the larger number on top. We know we are doing something with the numbers 220 and 178. We haven't determined whether we're adding or subtracting yet, but we are doing something with those two numbers. Alright, so looking for what the problem is asking, they're asking for the total amount of weight that Mr. Camilleri lifted. So again, when we look for a total, when we look for the total amount of something, it's addition. If we're taking something away or finding the difference, then it's subtraction. So looking at the vocabulary in the problem, what is the total amount of weight? Since they're asking us to find the total, that means that we're adding. So the problem that we got to solve is 220 plus 178. Alright, so now we're going to regroup if needed and add the numbers together. 0 plus 8 in the ones place. 0 plus 8 equals 8. Since the sum is less than 10, we do not need to regroup. Tens place now. 2 plus 7 equals 9. Again, sum in the tens place is less than 10, so we don't need to regroup. And then the final problem, 2 plus 1 equals 3. So our answer is 398. Mr. Camilleri lifted a total of 398 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes episode 3 of the Mr. Camilleri Show. I am signing off and dipping up out of here before they kick me out. I will see you tomorrow. Peace easy.